Thanks for tuning in, everybody. My name is Brock Page, and I'm still doing the random sports picks for fun. First game, OKC at Houston. The betting opened up with the Rockets as the 8-point favorites, and the total points at 223.5. Since then, Houston's now minus 7.5 against the spread, with the total moving downward to an even 222. Currently, the Rockets are laying 350 on the money line, and at the moment, 65% of the bettors think OKC will get the job done. Speaking of the bettors, they must have a very short memory because this Oklahoma City team hasn't covered worth a damn in this series. The Thunders failed to cover in 3 of this series' 4 games thus far, and they're a piss-poor 2-6 against the spread versus Houston. In addition to all that, OKC's covered just 10 of 25 games this season as the official road underdog. On a side note, 2 out of this series' 4 games have actually gone under the total. Both teams are also collectively averaging 220 total combined points per game in the series as well. All that said, I'm ready to make my pick as I think Houston, minus 7.5, gets the job done against the spread. When it comes to the total, I think this one stays under 223.5. And when it comes to the money line cash, I think Houston wins it outright. Next game, Memphis plus 10 at San Antonio, with the total moving downward to 186.5. Currently, the Spurs are heavily favored, laying 600 on the money line, and at the moment, 63% of the bettors think Memphis will get the job done. Speaking of the Grizzlies, they've turned it on in games 3 and 4, winning and covering in both of those matchups. They're also a solid 6-2 against the spread in head-to-head matchups with San Antonio this year. In addition to all that, the Grizzlies cover an impressive 72% of their games versus teams allowing less than 99 points a game. When it comes to scoring, 3 out of this series' 4 games have gone over 186.5. In addition to that, 3 out of this series' 4 games have gone over the line. All that said, I'm ready to make my pick as I think the Memphis Grizzlies will keep it close and cover the 10. When it comes to the total, I think this one goes over the 186.5. And when it comes to the money line cash, I think San Antonio wins it outright in a close one. I'm also adjusting the lines and taking Memphis plus 18 as the first pick of my 8-point super teaser. I'm also moving the lines once again and taking the over 178.5 as the second pick of that very same teaser. Next and final game for the show, Utah plus 3 at the LA Clippers, with the total moving slightly downward to an even 196. Currently, the Clippers are the favorite, laying 160 on the money line, and at the moment, 55% of the bettors think the Jazz will get the job done. Speaking of Utah, they've done a good job against the number in this series, covering 3 out of 4. They're facing a Clippers team who covers just 48% overall in all games and just 47% as the favorite. When it comes to the scoring, games 3 and 4 of the series both went over the total posted points. In addition to that, both teams are collectively averaging 201 total combined points per game in this round 1 playoff series. All that said, I'm ready to make my pick as I think the Utah Jazz at plus 3 will get the job done against the spread. And when it comes to the total points, I think this one goes over 196. As you can probably tell, I'm not making a play on the money line in this matchup, but what I am going to do is adjust the lines one more time and take the Utah Jazz plus 11 as the third and final pick of my 3-teamer. Just a reminder, my 8-point Sweetheart Super Teaser pays 5-6 and gets graded as a loss should any game result in a push. You can find this exotic wager in several online sports books and in the state of Delaware. Well, folks, that is going to do it for me. Once again, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page, predictions and sports picks, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.